This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, ho there, it's Jeff Cutter. I'm welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And this birthday boy is special to me in a sense because he is the coach of the team of the Toronto Raptors when they won their first NBA title in 2019 and put aside a lot of American hatred of Toronto, saying that basically Toronto is nothing, they're Canadian, and basically Adam Silver and David Stern trying to send the Raptors to death slots in the playoff schedule and all that. But, you know, that's the way it goes. Ed giving Canada a major title for the first time in 26 years. Anyway, he is head coach of the Detroit Pistons nowadays. He is a former NCAA player and coach who played and coached there for a decade before moving to the NBA. He was the head coach of the Timberwolves and the Raptors. So anyway, today is his 64th birthday, April 17, 1957. He made a major decision to commit to the University of Kentucky. And Dwane Casey was actually the guy who kind of guided the Wildcats to the 1978 NCAA championship. Amazing. He was team captain in his senior year. If Dwane Casey was trying to be a Kentucky Wildcat like 10, 15 years prior to that thing, he would not have gone in because Kentucky was almost all white. But anyway, he would work several odd jobs to support himself, coal mining and tobacco farming. He would get a degree in business administration in 1979. So anyway, Dwane Casey was made to be assistant under Kentucky coach Joe B. Hall. And then he went to Western Kentucky to be an assistant before he came back to Kentucky as the major assistant coach. Dwane Casey was involved in an incident in 1988 that there were rumors that he sent money to the father of a recruit. Casey resigned and was put on probation for 5 years by the NCAA. However, the NCAA rescinded the penalty because Casey didn't send the package. He would sue Emory Worldwide, a package envelope firm, for defamation. He settled for something. He then would head to Japan to coach and all that. He became an assistant for the Seattle Supersonics for 11 years, winning 4 division titles. He would become head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves in the 2005 season, replacing the great Kevin McHale. However, Casey was not that good, and he got fired after only a season and a half with Minnesota and all that. The Timberwolves were at 500, but then after he was replaced by Randy Whitman, Minnesota went downhill. Dwane Casey would become a massive assistant coach for the Dallas Mavericks in the 2008 season. And in 2011, he was one of the major players for why Dallas won the 2011 NBA Finals as assistant coach. LeBron James would later admit that Casey's defensive schemes for Dallas helped him improve his game even further after that series because LeBron needed to bring his game up a level. In 2011, the Raptors did not pick up the option on Jay Triano's contract. And so, a few weeks later, Dwane Casey is the new Raptors head coach and would run the head coaching for 3 years. Well, that was the contract. His first 2 seasons had little to no success. However, his 3rd season saw him help the Raptors get the most wins in a season, win the Atlantic Division, and their first playoff appearance in 6 years. However, despite losing Game 7 to the Brooklyn Nets in the first round in Toronto and on ABC for all America to see, Casey did agree to a 3-year contract extension. Dwane Casey surpassed Sam Mitchell's franchise record for wins, getting his 157th against the Milwaukee Bucks with a score of 106-87. And he became the first head coach to get 200 wins when he did against Pacers March of 2016, and helped the Raptors to their first 50-win season in history in 2016. The Raptors would somehow struggle against the Indiana Pacers and had to win Game 7 on home turf in the first round. And it was amazing because it was the first time the Raptors won a playoff series in 15 years. And after that, they took care of the Miami Heat in the second round of the playoffs, where they went back up to Cleveland in 6 games. Dwane Casey looked good. He helped the 2017-18 Raptors to the best mark in the Eastern Conference. Unfortunately, though, LeBron James would just ruin him with a 4-game sweep in the second round. Casey's conservative coaching structure was credited with developing the Raptors' younger players, but it didn't fare well in the playoffs against the Tenerife coach Cavaliers, who were basically more flexible. Weird as it sounds, he was actually the NBA Coach of the Year when he got fired on May 11th. And then Dwane, a month later, would turn around and coach Detroit and all of that. Casey would help his Detroit Pistons beat the Raptors in the first game between the two teams. The Pistons were swept in the first round, while the Raptors under Nick Nurse would win the NBA Finals. And I just realized, I just said he was the coach of the team that won the championship. Fuck me. Sorry, I just had to say it. So anyway, Dwane Casey before this season has won 434 games as a head coach with a 524 mark and all that. He has a wife and 2 children, by the way. So yeah, Dwane Casey was decent. But I guess the Raptors may not have won the title with him being coach. Just saying. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.